Okay, welcome back to another Mario Kart World video. This one is pre-recorded. I'm recording this on Friday the 18th of July. I don't know exactly when this is going up, but basically, I won't have time to record next week. Or the next week of me recording this video. So, this is pre-recorded, so I might not be able to respond to some comments, but anyway. What this is basically I'm going to go on as many different circuits as possible. Well, depending on how this does. Basically, on this video, I am having 10 attempts, which is what that number in the top left is, by the way. 10 attempts to basically get as fast of a time trial around all the different courses on Mario Kart World as possible. So, you can see that this first run is very sloppy, because again, like, this is my first run on this, doing time trial on here. I think the only one where I've done time trial, and I think I'm pretty decent at time trial on, is Moo Moo Meadows. But beyond that, I've kind of not really bothered trying perfecting any other one. And that's kind of what this, what this video is going to be, and any maybe future videos. Again, I don't see this being like a regular thing, but maybe just if I ever need a video to go out quick, or anything like that, this might be the format that you see. A voiceover where I kind of just comment on my gameplay or anything like that, and see how I improve over time. You can see on this one, that this first run, I do decide, I think I show the full runs of a lot of these, but maybe not all of them. But yeah, I show the full of this first run. You can see it's very sloppy, very unperfect, if that is that a word? I think it's a word. But yeah, like, I mean, the main basis of what I obviously understand here is take tight inside lines with a drift. And yeah, just kind of not overdo drifts, but I think I do overdo drifts. But yeah, just kind of just keep a tight line more than anything. So I missed exactly what the time was on that. I think I cut maybe a bit too early there, but I think it was about a 2:05, I think that was. And that's the benchmark that we want to beat on this second run. So you can see immediately on this second run, I actually take the shortcut on the first lap. And you can see already, I'm like got a decent amount of time already gained on the ghost computer thing. And I mean, to my knowledge of the rest of this run, I don't really think I gain a whole lot of time. I think all of the time that I actually gained is just on this first lap, really. I mean, we will see, but we'll get there. I mean, that wasn't perfect, but there you go. So 2.7 seconds up, and I'm fairly sure that I don't get much more time than that gained on future laps. But yeah, also using a character combo, a character kart combo that I probably wouldn't ever use normally, because I've said before, I don't really like using Mario in Mario Kart games, because I just feel like there's so many other options, and why would I pick Mario of all people? It's just such a basic option. But I mean, that feels like I'm calling out all Mario players. I'm not. I've got no such problem with Mario. It's just Moo Moo. Consider Moo Moo, and that's all I've got to say on that. But yeah, you can see only gained a 1/10 of a second on that second lap. So yeah, the vast majority of the time is gained on this first lap, or on the first lap. But yeah, I'll show the rest of this second lap. Basically, though, you will see that this second lap, or it might be the third lap, I think it's the third lap, actually. I make a lot of time up, and that's kind of the main good run that I end up having, and then I kind of have a few dud runs, shall we say, where I don't think I show the full of them, because they're just not that good, and it's not really worth showing. Not to say that these are particularly great runs, the 1, 2, or even I think 3 ends up being, but yeah, that was a 2:02.2, which is pretty good, I'd say. You know, it's faster than the Nintendo Ghost, so good. So anyway, you can now see me going for attempt number 3, and to my knowledge, like I say, I think this is the best run that I get, at least for a while. I don't think it's the best run I get, but it's one of the best. You can kind of see that my main thing, like I say, take tight lines and kind of just use the wall riding mechanic, or wall grinding mechanic, rail grinding, whatever you want to call it, kind of as much as possible without compromising anything, if that makes sense. So I don't want to go on the outside line or anything. I mean, I'll show it again. Or we'll see it again on this lap, I believe. So 5 attempts up, which is a decent time gained, I think. But here we go, like, so, like, on this initial turn, this is the inside turn. Then this next turn to the left, I have to jump off the rail. And again, that gives a minor bit of time. So yeah, I'm gonna just allow a lot of this lap, but I'm gonna, like I say, show this full run number 3. But yeah, so let me know in the comments, by the way, if you actually like this format, or you think there's any way I can maybe improve this format or anything like that. But yeah, like, the basic concept is nothing too complicated. It is literally just, I have 10 runs at a certain track. No restarts or anything like that allowed, just 10 attempts and see where I get, basically. See how much I can improve. And also I'm not allowed to, like, look at, like, any world records or anything like that. Basically, I've got to, anything I do, it's got to be, like, me trying to innovate myself. So, yeah. So if you're, like, watching this maybe as someone who's, like, a big Mario Kart World player, maybe you've seen the world record, maybe you've got a far faster time than I have, that's entirely valid. I would almost expect that. Do consider that this is me just as a casual player, seeing how fast I can get. So you can see there a 2 minute 6 tenths. So not too bad. This is run number 4. Now, I think this is the first run where I try something quite different. I can't really remember exactly what it is. I pause. What's going on? Okay, I carry on. I don't remember doing that. I don't know why that's here. But I guess I did pause. Anyway, see, I hit the wall there, not great, and I am a bit behind. But, I mean, off the top of my head, I think that this run just kind of ends up being just nothing too special, which is why I end up cutting, because I don't really gain anything, but it's not like such a bad lap that it's almost comedy, and it's not such a good lap that it's worth showing. It's kind of, oh wait, no, that's why. Okay, no, it was bad. Okay, yeah, so I go out of bounds, and yeah, obviously I lose a lot of time. So here's run number 5. I think, so is this the one? Basically, there is a lap where, like, or run where, like, I don't lose a lot of time. It's just I also don't really gain anything, and so I just don't show the full thing. We will see. I mean, this run number 5 looks very identical to my ghost that you can see there. So yeah, I don't really know what happens on this run. I guess we will see, but I mean, I'm ahead, and I think I just cut. Like, it's saying it's about to cut. I don't know what's going on. Okay, 2 tenths down. That was the first lap, and yeah, it just kind of went okay, I guess. Yeah, that's why I cut it, is because nothing notable happened. I guess I didn't make an improvement. So here's run number 6. Again, very similar sort of energy right here, where it's clear what I'm going for. Again, I hit the rail there. It's not ideal. And I mean, I'm struggling to think of what to comment on at this time, because I think the thing is, I've probably picked quite a bad track to do for this, for a first video, because there's not a lot of room for innovation here. Or maybe there is, and maybe I'm being stupid. But, like, you know, it's a very basic track. This is obviously Mario Bros. Circuit, which is the first course in Mushroom Cup, and kind of like, I guess, the starter pack for this one. Anyway, this is run number 7, the end of run number 7, where you can see, I mean, I guess the reason I show the end of it is because, again, it just is kind of to show a bit about, you know, something different. There you go, 201, not great. Here's the start of run number 8. I think this is the first one where I stopped trying to innovate, or I stopped trying to do anything. I just try and improve on what I know works. And I think I show the full of this because I think I do end up improving, even if it's only marginal. But the obvious goal at this point, right, I've only got 3 attempts left, is just to get a sub 2 minute run. I don't know, again, what the world record or anything is. I would imagine that, I mean, again, without knowing exactly if there's any shortcuts that I'm maybe missing really obvious. Yeah, I would imagine that the record must be like a 1 minute 50 or something. I don't really know, which is like about, 10 seconds faster than what I'm doing, because yeah, I get the feeling that I'm not entirely optimal here. But yeah. So yeah, this one, you can see that, yeah, more than anything, it's just sort of tight inside line that I think basically it's a very optimized run for what I was aiming for, which is just get the inside line, get, just sort of smooth gameplay, which I would say this ends up being. I don't have too many mishaps or anything like that, so, yeah, and I think that's kind of what Run 9 is as well. Off the top of my head, I think Run 9 just ends up being an improved version of what this Run number 8 is. Yeah, I'm starting to run out of things to say though, really. Like I say, this is kind of a filler video, in that this had to be pre-recorded long in advance of when you're actually seeing this, so if it's very boring, I apologize, and I won't do this style of video again, unless, again, I absolutely have to because of pre-recording, but, yeah, I'm on holiday this week, okay? That's why I've not done anything, because I mean, I could take Mario Kart with me, I couldn't record Mario Kart if I was to do that. And as well, I also want to go on holiday. I don't want to record Mario Kart videos while on holiday, so that's full transparency right there. So anyway, run number 9. I think this is the best one I do, which is a bit anticlimactic, because I know that yes, you're eagerly anticipating run number 10, of course, but yeah, I don't really think a great deal happens in run number 10, because I can already see it's actually a shorter clip than any other of the others, so, probably not great, but, yeah, run number 9 here, you can see more than anything, it's just a smooth, sort of optimized run, I guess. How much of this video is just me repeating myself, where it's me trying to find different ways to say the same thing? Yeah, I don't know how exciting this format is, but, maybe I cut it down to 10. No, not from 10 next time. Maybe I make it, like, 3 attempts around 3 different courses. I don't really know, but yeah, if you're interested in seeing me do some time trial, like, content, then yeah, let me know, because that's what this is. I was seeing if I could make time trial content interesting. I mean, it's fair to say that this one hasn't been the most interesting, in that it's just me saying the same thing over and over again, or at least that's what it's felt like. So, yeah, I don't really know, but please give me feedback on this format and how much you liked or disliked this. But again, also, like I say, consider the fact this is pre-recorded, and I want to keep on reiterating that. This isn't like me just saying, oh, I don't have time or anything. I did have time to actually make this better, and this is the best I could come up with. So, maybe says more about me than the lack of time or anything like that. I had a lot of time to make this the best I could do. That's kind of crazy. Anyway, 1:59.444. Not too bad, and I think that is, like I say, the best that I end up doing. So I will show you here run number 10, which is just the end of run number 10. You can see that, again, I'm just a bit behind what run number 9 is. It's not particularly great, but yeah, like it's just an average sort of run, I think run number 10 ends up being, or, I mean, to be fair, I'm not that far off, but yeah, like a 1:59.5 is not a bad way to end. So yeah, let me know in the comments. Bye.